Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Washington football team. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First carry now. This is Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And this will be a Packers first down as they'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
The 15-yard line.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brings up second and 12 at the 18-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Davante Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home, should steamroll, and we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
With about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Gibson, the ball.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes they think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all you got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
To the 49-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A shotgun snap for Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well, and they took the shot downfield. They were more than prepared for that one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
At the 45-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it.
Intercepted by Washington. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. That'll be caught at Steven Sims. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Touchdown, Packers.
That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a give, right side. Gibson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Smith on 1st down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it.
Smith's pass.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. Now Smith. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. To throw is Smith. Open man here, Sims, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
At the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And Washington able to make this a close game again. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out.
1 yard.
And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
First down. It's Gibson. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Rodgers now on first down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers caught on the right side by Adams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington has made this a one-score game. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score.
Packers 16. Washington 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what... And got his man complete! And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
For a Green Bay Packer. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got him. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 22-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Here's Smith. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
It's now 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
They run it again with Williams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle you just saw? Pretty nice.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down, Washington.
Now it's Smith. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Lambeau. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. Throwing on third down, Smith. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be fourth down. They snap it to Smith. Flushed out right. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
On 2nd and goal, Smith. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
17.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Kendall Fuller in on the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. On 1st down, Gibson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
40-yard line.
Now it's Smith. Flush to his right. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late 4th quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
And he's got it up and through.
Makes this Washington 24, Packers 23.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles? Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Now Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Taken about 7 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes on go.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One last throw here for Smith. Now a desperation throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a ring.